In the darkest days of World War II, when the world teetered on the brink of total collapse, the Allies conceived an audacious plan. A deception so wild, so mind-bending, it sounds more like a Hollywood blockbuster than reality. They built a city. Not just any city, but a city made of lies. Cardboard planes, inflatable tanks, entire runways painted onto open fields. This was not just a ruse, it was a weapon. A weapon so ingenious and effective that it fooled the Nazis so completely, it altered the course of history. Let's step back to 1944. Europe is in flames. Hitler's war machine is entrenched, fortified and vigilant. German reconnaissance planes patrol the skies, their cameras capturing every detail, their pilots scanning every horizon for signs of the coming Allied invasion. The stakes could not be higher. The Allied forces are preparing for Operation Overlord, the D-Day invasion, the most ambitious amphibious assault in human history. If it fails, the consequences are unthinkable. If it succeeds, it could mark the beginning of the end for the Nazis. But how do you execute such a monumental operation without the enemy discovering your every move? The answer? Misdirection. A deception so elaborate, so theatrical, that it would make the Nazis chase shadows. Enter the Ghost City, a mirage of epic proportions, a fabricated military hub designed to mislead, confuse and disorient the enemy. It was a bold gamble, but bold gambles were the only cards left to play. Picture this. Sprawling fields transformed into what appeared to be a bustling military base. Wooden planes, painted with meticulous detail, lined up on makeshift runways, inflatable tanks, lightweight yet eerily lifelike, positioned in strategic formations. Barracks, hollow and empty but with smoke rising from their chimneys, gave the illusion of life. It was a city brought to life not by steel and brick, but by imagination and artistry. From the ground it might have seemed absurd, but from the sky it was flawless. But the genius of the Ghost City wasn't just in its appearance. It was in its behavior. At night, lights flickered on and off in the barracks, mimicking the activity of restless soldiers. Shadows moved through windows, giving the impression of life within. During the day, carefully choreographed routines played out. Troops marched, vehicles moved, and supplies were delivered. All of it staged. All of it fake. And yet, to an enemy pilot thousands of feet above, it looked like an unstoppable war machine preparing for battle. Every detail was scrutinized. Tracks were etched into dirt roads to simulate heavy traffic. Radio operators transmitted fabricated messages, creating a false web of intelligence that reinforced the illusion. Engineers studied how light and shadow played on the landscape, ensuring that every visual element would hold up under scrutiny. It was theatre at a scale never before attempted, a performance designed not to entertain but to save lives. And it worked. German reconnaissance planes buzzed overhead, their cameras snapping photographs of what they believed to be a critical Allied stronghold. The photos were sent to Nazi high command, where analysts pored over them, confident they had uncovered the Allies' plans. Hitler, convinced by the reports, ordered troops and resources to be diverted to this critical location. Meanwhile, the real invasion force gathered in secret, preparing to strike Normandy, the true target, with devastating precision. June 6th, 1944, D-Day. The beaches of Normandy exploded with chaos as Allied forces stormed ashore. Machine gun fire tore through the air. Artillery shells thundered across the horizon. It was one of the bloodiest and most pivotal days of the war. And while the battle raged on those beaches, the Ghost City lay silent, its mission complete. It had done its job. The Nazis had been fooled. Their forces were scattered, their focus divided. The Allies had their foothold in Europe. But let's not underestimate the challenges of creating such a masterpiece of deception. Engineers designed inflatable tanks with such precision that even seasoned soldiers might have been fooled up close. Artists transformed open fields into convincing runways, painting every detail with care. Sound technicians orchestrated a symphony of war noises, engines rumbling, artillery firing, troops shouting, to add another layer of realism. And then there were the actors, playing their roles with unwavering dedication, their every move calculated to sell the illusion. The risks, immense. If even one element of the deception failed, if one photograph revealed the truth, if one spy uncovered the ruse, the entire operation could have unraveled. Thousands of lives depended on its success. As the war drew to a close, the ghost city faded into obscurity. Its wooden planes and inflatable tanks were dismantled, its barracks left to rot. But its legacy endures. What it achieved was nothing short of extraordinary. It was a triumph of creativity over destruction, of imagination over brute force. It was a reminder that even in the darkest moments, the human spirit can find ways to shine. And here's the question. Could something like this happen today? In an age of satellites, drones, and AI surveillance, could a deception on this scale still succeed? Or is the ghost city a relic of a time when imagination was the most powerful weapon of all? The ghost city isn't just a story. It's a lesson, a testament to what humans can achieve when faced with impossible odds. A reminder that sometimes the most effective strategies aren't about brute force, but about bold ideas. Ideas that challenge reality, defy expectations, and make us question everything we think we know. So what do you think? Could a story like this happen again? Or has modern technology rendered such audacious deceptions impossible? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if this tale left you questioning the boundaries of history, subscribe for more stories of audacity, ingenuity, and the hidden truths of our past. Because sometimes the most unbelievable stories are the ones that really happened.